Hello, good afternoon. Mtoswani, Mlibwanji, Mwakabwanji. Okay, my name is Tumbeko Debra Kawanga. I come from Zambia, to be particular. I was born and raised in Mongol, then I moved to other parts of the country. Then I relocated to the United Kingdom. And a lot of you, those that are close, have been asking me on the process that I did to relocate to the United Kingdom. So I thought it wise, instead of repeating myself, answering the same stuff in my WhatsApp, it will be easier for me to use a bigger platform and share my experience and also offer my little guidance. And I want to say this disclaimer: I am not an immigration specialist. I am not a recruitment agent. I am not connected to any sponsor or to any university for anyone to get a uni sponsorship or for anyone to get a sponsored job here in the United Kingdom or in Australia. No. Everything that I'm going to share on my platform will be purely based on what I went through as an individual and also on what my friends have gone through and purely on what I get on the government websites for both countries or for both continents. So everything that I'm going to share will be purely on my own research and what I've gone through. So the first question is, I know a lot of people want to relocate to different countries for different reasons. Some is because the cost of living is hard where they are. Some is because they want to go for greener pastures, give their children a better chance at life of becoming anything that they want to be. So no matter the kind of reason that you want to relocate to any particular country, but for today, I'll only talk about the pathway for coming to the United Kingdom where I am, the pathway that I took. So if you're looking for a job in the United Kingdom, tomorrow I'll do a series of how to get into uni here in the United Kingdom, but today I'll just talk about how to get a job in the United Kingdom. So the first thing that you need to do is carry your research and identify what you want to come and do here in the United Kingdom, because there are different jobs. And a lot of people have talked about the easiest pathway of coming here via the sponsored visa or Type 2, via the care and healthcare visa. Truly speaking, yes, that's the easiest way to come here. And how do you get a sponsored job? So before you actually think of getting a sponsored job, you have to ask yourself, is your CV tailored to the United Kingdom standard of CVs? Because every continent or every region have a way they tailor their CVs. Back home in Zambia, we have a way we tailor our CVs. So if you're coming to the United Kingdom, you have to tailor your CV to fit that particular job that you're applying for. And it has to be the UK standard of your CV. In your CV, you have to highlight your experiences pertaining to the job that you are applying for. So if you're an accountant and you're applying for an accounting job, you have to show what experience you have in that field. That will make you a better candidate compared to the other people in order for you to even have a leg in the interview room, because that's the most important thing. Have a leg in the interview room. Once you're in the interview room, prove yourself to be the right candidate for that particular job. So if you want to apply as a carer or as a nurse, tailor your CV to the standard of that particular job. And how do you tailor your CV to the standard of that particular job? We are lucky because you can find anything on the internet now. If you just type a UK CV standard, it should give you a format. So the CV that you have, you now start picking every particular important thing that you feel should be in your CV and make your CV only 1 or 2 pages only. Don't write a big CV, 5 pages. No one has time to read that. So make your CV as short, as precise as possible. So after you've done your CV and your CV is all right, go on gov.uk, the government website for the United Kingdom. And then once you're on the website, you search for a sponsor license list. It's going to give you a list of all the sponsored employers that are in the United Kingdom for different jobs, whether it's accounts, whether it's a waiter, nurse, doctor, pharmacist, physiotherapist, carers, drivers. Every job that is there has a code. So you check your code, do a research on what they do in that particular area, and then after you've identified your code and you found the sponsor, as in the name of the employer, go on their website, do a research, read what is their company about. And if you are lucky, you will be able to find the available vacancies in that particular company on their company website. So after you've gone through the government's page and you've gotten the list of licensed sponsors, those that can give you a COS, a certificate of sponsorship, because for you to come and work here, you need to have a certificate of sponsorship, which will have the particular details of the company name, the sponsor license name for the company that is employing you. You're going to have your own unique code that you're going to use when you're going to apply for your work visa to come over to here. So once you've identified all that information, and if you're lucky, you've even identified a role or a vacancy that has been advertised on that website, read the vacancy, go back to your CV and tailor your CV now to that particular job that has been advertised. So this we have this habit of using one CV for all the jobs that you're applying for. I would say that's a recipe for failure, because every particular job, it might be similar, but each company has its own way of doing things. So if you're applying for a role as a care assistant in company A, then tailor your CV to company A. If you're applying as a care assistant for company B, tailor your CV to what company B has advertised in their advert. And then after you've done that, you can now go ahead and write your IELTS, the English test that you need to write, which is IELTS General, if you're coming as a carer or any other role. But if you're coming as a nurse, you need to write IELTS Academic. Or if you're coming as a physio, or if you're coming as a doctor, you need to write IELTS Academic, which is also what is needed if you're coming here to study at any uni. And make sure you aim to get 7 and above if you're a nurse, a doctor, or any profession. If you're coming as a professional worker, aim to get 7 and above as your overall band score. But if you're coming as a care assistant or a senior care assistant, your overall band score should be about 5. So once you've passed your IELTS, you can start applying, because then you have passed your IELTS, which is one ticket for you. And then apart from IELTS, you will need to do your TB test, and TB tests expire. They're only valid for 6 months. So for what I always advise people is only do your TB test if you've gotten an offer, so that you don't waste money, because TB tests are expensive. They're about 2008 if I'm not mistaken. So only do it if you've already gotten an offer, so that you don't waste money. But for an IELTS, write for an IELTS exam if you know you are pursuing the trip of coming here. If you're pursuing the journey of relocating, write your IELTS, because IELTS will take 2 years for them to expire. So I'm sure in 2 years you would have found a job. And then apart from the IELTS, you also need to do a police clearance. That is an international police clearance. I think the last time I was doing mine was about 300 kwacha. I don't know how much that is now. You need to do that one as well. And I also advise people to come with their driver's license. And let it be a manual, because 80% of the UK cars are manual driven. So as you come into the country, you're going to be given 1 year of using your international license. And then after that, it will expire. You need to sit for a theory test, and then you need to take your practical driving test for you to pass and be given a UK driving license. So if you're coming from home and you're already confident with driving a manual car, the moment you arrive in the United Kingdom, start your driving lessons, start practicing, register for your test, get your theory test, and then apply for your provision license. and then do your practical so that you have a driver's test. Because if you have a driver's license, these days I would say it's also a qualification. It will be easier for you to get any job when you have a license, because they want you to be mobile. They want you to be able to appear at your job when you're supposed to. If you are to work in community care, in dom care, you definitely need to be a driver, meaning you need to have a UK license. And then after you've had that, so I've talked about tailor your CV to the UK standard, go on the government website, find a sponsor who sponsors people from abroad in that particular field that you're coming for. Write your IELTS. After you've written your IELTS, start applying for jobs. After you've started applying for jobs, when you're lucky and you get into the interview and you get that job, go and do your TB test, come with your driving license. Then there should be all right. And there's something I also forgot to mention. Once you have your CV done, I would recommend that you open profiles on Instagram, a professional profile on Instagram to sell yourself out to sponsors. You also open a profile on Indeed. It's a website where different companies advertise for jobs. On Indeed, you can put your profile also on Track Jobs. If you want a job in the NHS, then have an account on Track. These are free accounts, they don't charge. You just put your CV there and make it public for anyone to see it so that they're able to come and contact you. So this is the little introduction of the different series that we're going to have. So if there's any particular thing where you need me to explain more, please feel free to inbox me on Facebook, not on my WhatsApp. Feel free to inbox me on Facebook or just leave a comment below this video. Then I should be able to respond and also clarify any issues that are not clear. Otherwise, I wish you all the best in this journey that you're about to start. It's not going to be an easy journey, but it's going to be worth it at the end of the day, and nothing good comes easy, really. Everything, you have to work for it. So if you are determined, you surely be here. It's all about determination. It's all about knowing what you want. It's all about working towards your goals. Work towards your goal and make sure you go for it. Don't be discouraged. So I wish you all the best. It will be good to have many Zambians in the diaspora. It will be good to have somewhere called pepper unga or pepper salt. Otherwise, I wish you all the best and love you. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.